I still remember the time when English made me feel small. Not because I hated the language, but because every time I tried to speak it, I felt exposed, weak, insecure. I understood English, I could read it, I could write short answers, but speaking was different. The moment someone talked to me in English, my brain froze. Words that I knew suddenly disappeared. My heart started beating faster. And all I could think about was one thing: don't make a mistake. So most of the time, I stayed silent. In school, English was never taught as a language. It was taught as a subject. We memorized grammar rules. We learned tenses. We passed exams. But nobody taught us how to speak. Nobody taught us how to think in English. Nobody taught us how to express ideas naturally. So I grew up believing something very dangerous, that English fluency was only for smart people, or for people who lived abroad, or for people who started early. I believed I was late, and that belief held me back for years. The biggest problem wasn't vocabulary, and it wasn't grammar either. The real problem was fear. Fear of sounding stupid, fear of being judged, fear of making mistakes in front of others. Every sentence in my head had to be perfect before I spoke it. And because perfection takes time, the conversation always moved on without me. That's when I realized something important. Traditional English learning was not made for people like me, people who overthink, people who are afraid to speak. One day, almost by accident, I discovered ChatGPT. At first, I didn't think much of it. Just another app, just another tool. But then I had a simple thought. What if I practiced English here? Where nobody could judge me, where nobody could laugh at my mistakes, where I could speak freely, without fear. That question changed everything. The first thing I typed was very simple. Please talk to me in simple English, correct my mistakes, and help me speak better. That was it. No pressure, no complicated plan. And when ChatGPT replied, something felt different. The response was calm, patient, encouraging. For the first time, I felt safe practicing English. In the beginning, I didn't even speak out loud. I typed. I wrote about my day, about what I was feeling, about small things, food, work, tiredness. ChatGPT replied. It corrected me gently. It showed me better ways to say the same thing. Not perfect English, natural English. Slowly, I started reading the replies out loud. At first, it felt strange, awkward, almost embarrassing, even though I was alone. But I kept going. Every day I spent time with English. Not hours, not extreme effort, just consistency. Some days I was motivated, some days I wasn't. But even on bad days, I showed up. I spoke badly, I made mistakes. And nothing terrible happened. That was a huge lesson. At one point, I realized I was making a mistake again. I was focusing too much on grammar. I wanted every sentence to be correct. And once again, I started hesitating. That's when ChatGPT gave me a sentence I'll never forget. Fluency comes from communication, not perfection. That sentence changed my mindset completely. From that day, I stopped chasing perfect English. I started chasing clear English. And suddenly, speaking became easier. After a few weeks, something unexpected happened. I started thinking in English. Not big thoughts, not complex sentences, just small, natural thoughts. I am tired. I need to practice today. This makes sense. There was no translation, no effort, That was the moment I knew I was changing. I started using ChatGPT in more creative ways. I asked it to role-play conversations, job interviews, casual chats, travel situations. I answered out loud, sometimes slowly, sometimes incorrectly. But every day my confidence grew, not because my English was perfect, but because I was no longer afraid. One thing that helped me a lot was storytelling. I told ChatGPT stories about my life, about my past, about my struggles. It corrected my sentences, improved my expressions, and I repeated those improved sentences aloud, again and again. That repetition, that rhythm, that confidence. That's how fluency was built. Let me be honest with you. ChatGPT did not magically make me fluent. What it gave me was something more valuable, a safe space, a place where I could practice every day, without judgment, without pressure. And that consistency did the rest. After 21 days, I felt different, not fluent, but confident. After a few months, I could speak freely, without translating every sentence, without panic. English stopped being scary. It became a tool. Today, when I speak English, I still make mistakes. And that's okay, because fluency is not about never making mistakes. It's about not being afraid of them. If you are watching this and thinking, if they can do it, maybe I can too, you are right. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need expensive courses. You need courage, consistency, and a place to practice safely. For me, that place was ChatGPT. For you, it can be too. If you're ready to start, comment below. I start today. And remember this, you don't become confident first, and then speak English. You speak English first, and confidence follows. I believe in you. I'll see you in the next video.